Well, our meteorologists use a lot of tools and data to keep us informed.
They definitely do. Before we get a look at the forecast, 27 News Chief Meteorologist Matt Miller tells us about new technology that can help us stay safe in severe weather.
Yeah, you know, our eyes only tell us so much about what we can see when it comes to the weather. Doppler radar really comes in and helps us at the 27 News Storm Track weather team get this bigger picture. You know, there are 160 radar sites all across the United States constantly scanning the skies. The system is called the Next Generation Weather Radar, or NEXRAD for short, and it was implemented back in the 1990s, and since it has increased the warning time to get people to shelter. However, even though there have been some upgrades with these systems taking place, especially over the last few years, it's become somewhat outdated, and new radar technology is now under development that will address some of the shortcomings of the current system and, most importantly, how quickly the radar scans.
We can steer the beam and scan different directions electronically without any movement of the antenna. And so if we have two storms and one is here and one is here, but there's nothing in between, we can just scan this one and then we scan the other one, and we don't waste any time scanning in between.
That new technology that he's referring to is called phased array radar. It's an array of antennas that transmit signals timed down to the microsecond to fire in precise patterns, and it will be some time, though, before the wide-reaching network of phased array radar can be deployed for operational use. Right now, the current rollout estimates are for some time in the 2030s. Well, speaking of radar, it is mostly dry across the area right now. As we look at Max Track radar, we've got a few showers out to the west, not reaching the ground, though. Most of this is what we call virga. It falls and then evaporates on the way down, so not expecting much more than maybe a couple of sprinkles reaching the surface. We have temperatures in the 40s to the north and east, and upper 40s and lower 50s to the south, and especially into the western areas in the 50s. That's where the wind has been a little bit stronger. We have southeasterly, and now almost due easterly winds coming in at about 15 to 20, even as high as 22 miles per hour. And with that breeze throughout the night, temperatures don't cool off. Last night we cleared out, but we had no wind during the night last night. It was calm and we dropped down into the 20s. Tonight we'll clear out, but this time we're going to keep a breeze around, and that'll have a bigger impact, holding temperatures up into the upper 30s for a low temperature tonight. We start off with southerly and southwesterly winds and we warm up a lot. Then the winds shift. That cooler breeze blows in late in the day tomorrow, and after this round of clouds moves out, another round of cloud cover moves in later in the day tomorrow as that cooler air starts to arrive. I'll talk about what impact that'll have on weather for the weekend. That's coming up.